I know that going to yoga class is good for me, but I find that I resist. How can I be more inspired to get to class? Well, this is great because whether it's yoga class, whether it's meditation, whether it's so much in our lives that we really know we should be doing, somehow we resist. If some ad came on the internet that said 15 minutes a day, you will have health, happiness, peace, prosperity, we'd all click, 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 buy, download, download, order. 15 minutes a day is nothing. But when someone tells us, you really should meditate 15 minutes a day, at least, we resist. You should do yoga, a little bit at least every day, we resist. We have the time. We watch TV. We go on social media. We hang out, we go for tea, we go for coffee. We do all of this stuff. We have the time. The problem is that on some warped level, we do not see how our own inner health and happiness is actually of more value than reading the newspaper. That our own inner health and peace, stability, joy, is actually of more value than posting an image of us looking like we're in peace and happiness on Facebook and spending 15 minutes figuring out what we should write with it so we look like we're really, really, really peaceful or really, really, really happy. Or posing the picture and taking it and retaking it so many times. I don't look happy enough. I don't look peaceful enough. So we have the time. But what we haven't yet learned how to do is to really put our deep self first. We put our shallow self first. We put our lowercase s self first. Gotta have nice clothes, gotta get my hair done from the right person, gotta wear the right makeup, gotta look the right way. So I'll go to the gym to get the right size waistline, gotta wear the right size clothes, right? Gotta have the right complexion, I'll buy the right creams, I'll do all of that for my lowercase s self, for this, the physical body. But when it comes to my deeper self, my capital S self, my true self, why am I so unwilling to do what's needed? And this is a very, very crucial point that so many of us struggle with. I brush my teeth. I eat breakfast. Why don't I go to yoga? Why don't I meditate? And part of the reason, really sadly, is that we've actually just been so indoctrinated for so many years and so many decades to place our importance on the external world. So if the advertisement said 15 minutes a day to a slimmer waist, 15 minutes a day to clearer complexion, 60 minutes a day, we'd still do it. We'd find the 60 minutes a day. Go to the gym, work out, go to the beauticians, put masks on faces, go for facials. There's always time. But we've been so indoctrinated to believe that that's what's important. And this becomes the problem in our life, is we go after that. We buy all of the products, download everything, order everything, wear everything, get all of the face masks, get the creams, get the facials, get this, get that. But inside of us, we're still feeling empty. We don't have that real sense of joy. We don't have that real sense of peace. And that's what yoga brings us. The word yoga literally means union. That's what yoga means. We think of it usually as a union of our nose to my knee. So I've got to get limber enough that I can bend down and touch my nose to my knee. Or we think of a union of our fingers to our toes. I have to get limber enough that my fingers can touch my toes. But it's actually a union of myself to the divine. A union of that lowercase s self, this individual self, to the divine self, to the supreme self, to the truth of who I am, to the light. And that's what yoga gives us. And so in the practice of yoga, whether we choose hatha yoga, the physical exercises of the body, whether we choose bhakti yoga, yoga of devotion, whether we choose jnana yoga, yoga of wisdom, knowledge, learning, whether we choose karma yoga, a yoga of service, yoga of action, they're all ways. Yoga is not just the exercises. The exercises are wonderful. This body is a temple. This body is our medium to awakening. If I were brain dead and didn't have the ability to be conscious of myself, I wouldn't have the ability to awaken. It requires consciousness of consciousness, awareness of presence. Which is why it said that humans are the highest. We're certainly not the highest in so many ways. I mean, the things that we do to each other, no animal on earth would do to each other. I mean, literally, we call them the animals, and we're the ones who act like animals. No animal harms another just for the fun of it. No animal harms another for no reason. So we may act like animals, but humans are said to be the highest because they're the only species that has the consciousness of itself, that has the ability to look at itself. And if we cannot be conscious of the self, we cannot awaken. So that's what yoga brings us. We keep the body healthy because the body is the temple. If the divine lives in our heart, then the body is the temple for it, or the church, or the mosque, or the gurdwara, or the synagogue, or whatever religious background you come from. But the body is then the place in which the divine lives. It's the medium for our awakening, and also it's that which enables us to sit and meditate. If I'm super, super, super sick, and I can't stop coughing, for example, it's going to be very hard to sit and meditate. If every half second I'm going, it's hard. It's not impossible, but it's hard. If my back really, 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 really hurts me and I cannot actually sit because it's paining me too much, it's hard to meditate. If I've got a really high fever, it's ravaging my body, or diarrhea that's sending me to the toilet every 5 seconds, it's hard to meditate in those other 4 seconds in between. So we take care of the body. We keep it healthy, we keep it strong, we keep it flexible. so that we can utilize it for our awakening and utilize it as a vessel and a vehicle to serve others. But the yoga happens, the real union happens when we're connected inward. So whatever form of yoga you do, recognize it as the way that's uniting you with your true self. That's uniting you with all of that you're looking for. Yoga is that which unites us with real joy, with peace, because these come with truth. They come with that divine connection. And yoga is that which brings us into that. So, in the same way that you couldn't walk out of your house without brushing your teeth, right? But as kids, they never remember to brush their teeth, right? Parents always have to remind them, did you brush your teeth? Let me smell, show me your teeth. Did you brush them? Kids never remember. Somehow they don't seem to be as offended by the taste or the smell of their mouth without brushing their teeth. It doesn't bother them. But once they get in the habit of brushing their teeth, well now, nobody needs to remind us to brush our teeth. You couldn't go out of the house without it. Your mouth would feel horrible all day long. In the same way, when we don't recognize how disconnected we're living, we don't realize the need for something that connects us, yoga, something that brings us back together, that unites us. But once we start doing it, then it's even more than brushing your teeth. Because not brushing your teeth, you can just kind of, ignore and maybe eat a mint or something. But if you haven't deeply connected yourself, it impacts every aspect of you. How you feel, how you think, how you breathe, how you move, how you walk. So just start. In the beginning, it's like making kids brush their teeth. Start a rewards and punishment program, whatever you've got to do. No breakfast till yoga. No breakfast till meditation. No teeth brushing till meditation. Whatever you've got to do, just start like that. And then slowly, 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 it will become its own habit. And then you'll really, really see the beauty of it, really see the divinity of it.